Ms. Strazo, if you would please add the caller labeled "Put People First PA" to the call. Hey, good evening. As you know, please begin by stating your name, and Ms. Strazo will help you with the time limit. Please go ahead.
Yes. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you, yes.
Okay. It's Tammy Rojas, West Vine Street. So my name is Tammy Rojas. I'm a member of Put People First PA, and I'm on the coordinating committee of the PA Poor People's Campaign, a national call for more revival. I'm calling in to speak out against the rezoning of St. Joseph Hospital at this time, and here's why. We must wait until after we get through the COVID-19 pandemic before we give away a public resource that could help us get through this crisis. The longer UPMC still owns the property, the better chance we have of getting what we need versus more of the same gentrification and empty promises. We must demand UPMC is held accountable for their actions and how they have harmed our community. They should not be given a pass and allowed to so easily continue to profit off the pain and suffering of our people. UPMC has received one of the largest COVID-19 relief packages in the United States and has $6 billion in reserve, all while pushing the reopen economy and narrative across the country. St. Joseph Hospital served tens of thousands every year in our community. It may not have been profitable enough for a healthcare predator like UPMC, but we can't deny the many who were served by that hospital, including the workers who have also been displaced when UPMC closed this facility, leaving at least 150 people without jobs. With UPMC and Amazon partnering in the healthcare industry and both already having a strong international footing, the poor and dispossessed across the globe will suffer due to this predatory practices of exploiting workers. Those of us who have been organizing against UPMC for almost 2 years now stated during a city planning commission meeting that there is a statewide movement mounting to hold UPMC accountable. And when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, that sparked the flame for that movement that was already building. The Pittsburgh, Altoona, and York Put People First PA healthcare rights committees joined Lancaster in our efforts to push back against UPMC to get our public healthcare advocate legislation and healthcare as a human right in Pennsylvania. And there are more communities looking to follow suit. A Lancaster city government employee once told us that taking on UPMC is like taking on Goliath, and a win against them would be impossible. I would argue that the employee needs a refresher on their Bible verse because David beat Goliath despite all those around him saying he couldn't because he was frail, and Goliath was strong, strong, powerful giant. David won against Goliath because he knew his enemy and knew himself. He used his strength against Goliath's weakness and won, thus saving his people. What we are asking Lancaster City Council to do is support us, as many leaders across the country that are part of the Poor People's Campaign already have.
Thank you, Ms. Rojas.
Mr. President?
Yes.
If I could interject, I simply wanted to apologize. I realized that Ms. Rojas had submitted written comment that I had failed to include in the listing that I provided you. I had realized that a few minutes ago and sent that to you, but apparently timing was bad.
Is it to the same general effect as her comments now, or is it materially different?
No, it's the same general effect.
If everybody will, did you send that to me?
I did.
Well, go ahead and add it to the documentary record and to be posted. I'm going to review it briefly.
And I just simply wanted to apologize for not having included that in the listing.
Yeah, it is exactly to the text of Ms. Rojas' comments and will be documented. Thank you, Mr. Harris.